forget. Coffee, have my cereal. Let's do this. Tandler needs level upping.
Need something?
Oh no, I think I fell in her repertoire. Well, no. I'm in a different character, that's right. She's level 14. She's got Ember to 20. Bro, do you have to block the doorway? Oh my goodness. Oh, I know what that is. Why am I going this way?
Hear ye, hear ye. Travel through the woods of Danier.
Sorry, the impresario isn't in. Her business...
She sells really nice armor. I should have bought some. It's just looking at it. But yeah, still. I never changed my look though. I don't know.
Who's got a whetstone?
You think you'll win?
Gins. What's it feel like, all that magicka?
funeral. You made it. Let's talk about the plan.
You know, I don't think this door was ever here. This is new. I don't remember this door being here. Did I ever kill the boss here? I don't know if there is a boss or was a boss. Sorry.
Welcome to Illisan Tower's dungeon. If someone tried to stab you on the way in, that's normal. This place has been a Red Rook hideout for as long as anyone can remember. I've had a scrap or two here myself. Ready to cause some trouble? This door leads to the lower dungeon. We go in and make our way to Dremic's quarters. Up some stairs in the eastern passage. Grab any cartel correspondence we find. Gavin Couldane loves telling pissants like Dremic what to do, in writing. Here, I wrote some fake notes for Dremic's Red Rook rivals. Hints of mutiny to sow a little chaos. Plant these in likely spots. I could do it myself, but I'm giving you a chance to impress me. And I expect you to move fast. On jobs like this, the goal is to grab as much loot, or in this case, plant as many notes as possible before people catch on. Each time someone spots you, time gets shorter. So don't get spotted, outlaw.
I have to remember, do this as fast as possible. Shit. Alright.
Here's your test. Time's running out. You don't fail if you take too long, but I'll be disappointed.
Oh, okay. Someone's already here just killing everyone. Great.
That note should start some trouble. 2 more to go.
Don't let Dremic catch you sleeping. He checks.
Dremic! You're the best the Red Rook's got? Ooh, I'm shaking in my boots. That's it. Grab the correspondence and meet me outside. Ha! I knew it! A Couldane cartel paper trail. Right where I thought it would be. Grab that missive, and then finish planting the fake notes.
That was close. Damn near stepped in a bear trap.
My blade sharp. Can't cut a purse with a dull knife.
One more note to plant. Don't disappoint me now.
I'm getting bored down here. When's the next job? I keep my blade sharp. Can't cut a purse with a dull knife.
Those notes ought to ruffle some feathers. Let's go. Meet me outside the city gate.
I'm so surprised this is not an instance. I'm like, what's the timer? Everyone's just dead. Interesting.
I love the sound of a ruckus. Not bad, Outlaw. You got the job done, and you didn't get either of us captured or killed. You might just work out. Now, let's have a look at that cartel correspondence you picked up. What do you make of it? Ah, damn it. The cartel was a problem before, but this puts us in direct competition. Coldane writes that one of his chiefs got picked up by the Lion Guard. Huh. This cogwin might be worth looking into. Anyway, want to know how you did on my test? Ha ha. I was going to say you did pretty good, at least until you decided to be a wise arse. It isn't easy to be both fast and stealthy, but there's nothing like the thrill of a job well done. Where are you off to next? Right. You and Quen discovered that Iveri stashed something in the bank while you were ransacking the estate. Well, good luck with Celine. I doubt our little princess of thieves can handle a bank job. Walk proud, Outlaw. I don't understand how Quen thinks she can make a sharp guild of dull knives like Edwayne and Celine, but she knew what she was doing when she picked you to help us. We were literally rivals yesterday, and today we're trying to work together? It's not natural. And I don't know if this is the best fit for me or my roadsworn. But to answer your question, Edwayne and Celine are soft. They lack, ambition.
That damn word again.
Nerve, daring, swagger, call it what you will. With the Street Hawks, the Menants, I guess, and my roadsworn together, we could be the lords of High Rock. Take what we want and spit in the world's eye. That would be my kind of guild. Just that my idea of a guild and what the other gang leaders think, I'm not sure they line up. And Quen, we're just supposed to trust a thief we don't know from a place I've never been to? No, there are too many unanswered questions for my liking. That's a pretty personal question, Outlaw. I don't know if you've earned an honest answer from me yet. Let's just say I had a rough start. I learned early on that no one was going to give me anything. I'd have to take it. I don't give it a second thought. I go where I want, I drink and laugh and carouse when I feel like it, and I bend the knee to no one. Not Coldane, not some king or emperor. No one. The world owes me. Until the day I die, I'm going to make it pay.
Okay.
A tidy shop is a... A tidy shop is a... A tidy shop...
Got a lot to do here.
The mill had some room, so they allowed us to set up our alchemy stations in here. Now I have to make sure we haven't forgotten anything.
Even with the alchemists camped here in the... Certainly. Sure. Well, the piece... Too much to do in too little time.
So much to do, so little time.
Certainly.
Behave yourself.
I fear the criminal Queneth remains at large, Lady Celine. But you can be sure I will find her. Good day.
Captain Sansone is very determined. Oh, over here, my dear.
Captain Sansone is one very persistent lion guard. Quinn needs to watch her step. Ah, speak with Celine, my friend. She can explain the plan to you. It's all her idea anyway. I merely play a minor role in the action.
Gwen's going to lead the law to our doorstep if she's not careful. Well, let's get to work. I chatted with the manager. Lord Iveri's key is in the vault below, while his debt bond contracts are in 2 safe boxes upstairs. We should retrieve both. We came here to get that key, assuming it has some connection to the Codex. But I think we should retrieve those debt bond contracts first. I leave that to you. My father and I will provide a distraction. Here, lockpicks for the safe boxes. To hold someone's debt puts you in a powerful position. Iveri's contract could blackmail or ruin a lot of people. I don't want the Coldane cartel to claim them. While you get the contracts, I'll see about getting us into the vault. I know of a hidden access in a disused passage below. Which reminds me, you need to avoid violence. Use the somnol powder I gave you if you run into trouble. Retrieve the contracts, then meet me downstairs. Now, be ready to make your move. Oh, Eliza! First that horrible tragedy at Iveri Estate, and now a criminal at large?
It's terrible. I'm glad Captain Sansone is looking into it personally.
Indeed. I have the utmost confidence in the Lion Guard.
The captain is... Oh,
Oh no. Father!
Pocket what you can. How can you sleep at night?
You don't belong here.
Wrong.
Halt, intruder.
Let's make some noise.
Tanlerin, what the hell?
Can we look through their things? I didn't even hear it click.
You don't belong here.
Bet there's
Oh
a
my
great tavern around
God.
here. Get you some fresh air.
Ah, my...
Always ready to jump in. What's our story if we get caught?
Oh my God, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Hold on.
Halt, intruder! Halt, intruder!
Pocket what you can.
There you are. Let me open this locking mechanism. Almost got it. Ah! There's a spring I need to hold open. There. Get the key, and only the key, please. We don't want anyone to know we were here.
One cannot step...
Get Lord Iveri's key. This panel is rather heavy, and I can't hold it open for you.
Sorry.
Sorry, I had to let the door close behind you. Look around.
What's our story
Lord
if we
Iveri's
get
key should
caught?
Stand out.
dear. Are you down here? I think some fresh air has your father feeling much better. Coming!
Find the key, then leave by the side passage. It leads to the city wall. I must go.
Who got that point? Me or you? Keep an ear out for anything exciting.
Did I forget to mention that secret exit? Never quite found a need to use it until now.
Keeping secrets from your father? Good for you! I wondered why you told me to meet you here. I'm obviously not as frail as I led the banker to believe. Although I am surprised to learn that Celine knew about a secret door in Daggerfall I was not familiar with. Finish up with her before we return to the Thieves' Den.
Isn't Father a wonderful actor? Just goes to prove that the simplest diversions work best. I assume you retrieved Lord Iveri's key and the debt bond contracts? A rather curious-looking key. What door does it open? Perhaps the answer lies in the Codex Fornet, provided we can ever read it. Now, I confess I left both tasks in your hands to gauge your skill for myself. Did you run into any trouble? That is unfortunate. House Menant has contingency plans to cover up such indiscretions, but you should strive to do better next time. Still, we have what we came for. What's your next task? Gwen touched on that earlier. I do not see much use for that sort of petty pilfering Edwayne specializes in, but that sounds like a worthwhile prize. The guild hall is not far. I'll return to the den and keep this key safe for now. My father will take great pleasure in destroying those debt bond contracts, but this key is clearly worth keeping. I'm still unsure about forming a guild with the other gangs, as our animosity runs deep. But Quinn's heist has sparked my imagination. Have you met Abrasia? That woman is the very embodiment of contrariness. Yet, I understand she came from circumstances very different from my own. She has made something of herself, in her own way. I just think she could be more. Abrasia has the wits and ambition to succeed in anything she chooses to do. Edwayne, too. They don't have to settle for being street thieves and robbers. My father obviously approves of this notion of forming a thieves' guild, but I'm not convinced. As an idea, nothing. As a reality, is the threat of the cartel enough to truly bind our three rival gangs together? And what do Quen and her superiors in Abba's Landing get out of all this? Until my suspicions are allayed, I remain skeptical. I should think the answer is obvious. I followed my father into the family business. There was a time when House Menant was on the verge of ruin. My grandfather gambled away his inheritance. My father had to find a way to get it back. While we are no longer impoverished, I have learned that with my particular skill set, I can do some good in this world. Return lost valuables to their proper owners. Rescue items of beauty from those who would hoard and hide.
It's probably my fault.
Let me at him. That's what I'm talking about.
Why would there be a guard right here? This is terrible. Oh my gosh. Tan, can you stop picking fights? I really would really appreciate it.
This one works as...
My father will take great pleasure in destroying those debt bond contracts, but this key is clearly worth keeping. I'm still unsure about forming a guild with the other gangs, as our animosity runs deep. But Quinn's heist has sparked my imagination. I should think the answer is obvious. I followed my father into the... While we are no longer impoverished, I have learned that with my particular skill set, I can do some good in this world. Return lost valuables to their proper owners. Rescue items of beauty from those who would hoard and hide them away. Not always. Sometimes I pilfer a jewel that catches my eye. But I spend as much time finding lost treasures no one owns as I do stealing jewels from lords and merchants. And I steal from no one who doesn't deserve to part with a little wealth.
Hello.
Hey, Blue.
Isn't it remarkable how things keep...
Your goal?
Always ready to jump in. Would be nice to get a drink or two.
Right here, friend. I've been waiting for you. This might be tricky. There are a lot of people around, and the city guards are on edge after Lord Ivery's murder. On the bright side, I've been watching for a bit, and I know what we need to do. Mostly. As I told you in the den, a Telvanni emissary arrived to present research papers to Master Guyard. The two of them are talking just up the path. We need to move them someplace where we can listen in. My friend here should be able to help. Carso is a great thief. Here, give him a treat and he'll provide a distraction. Some fake coins can do the same for bystanders too. Once we get our marks into position, we'll listen in. One of those mages should have the papers we want. Not sure. That's why we need to eavesdrop and find out who's carrying the notes. Pickpocketing requires observation and patience. I'll pull you out if things go awry, but I'm going to let you take the lead. I want to see how you handle it. Let's just take things one step at a time. First, we use distractions to maneuver those two mages over there into a place where we can listen in without them noticing. Think of it as staging a play. We need to place the actors so the scene goes just the way we want it to. Our tools are distraction and misdirection. First, we move that small crowd there. That's a job for Carso. I expect our mages to naturally distance themselves from the crowd, but we don't want them to go too far. We'll use those shiny coins to keep them from continuing down the street, and then I'll nudge them into just the right spot. Be my guest. If you can walk up on the two of them in the open like that, you're a better thief than I am. Otherwise, I advise patience. You'll make us both look like fools if you get caught with your hand in a pocket. There's a basket by the tree up the path. Let's get the mages closer to it so we can eavesdrop. It's all about timing, friend. Well, timing plus a dog treat, some counterfeit coins, and a little play acting on my part. Work with me, and we'll get what we need.
I'm glad
Too
I ran
many
into
people
you.
around.
What are you wearing to the
But
party?
Carso can distract
Hey
them.
there, fellow. You want to play?
Maybe I could keep him. What a cute little dog.
See? Crowds love a merry dog. Now, let's put that drunkard over yonder to use. If that drunkard obstructs the street, our mages should hesitate. Toss a few of the coins I gave you. Good. People avoid others making fools of themselves.
Now that's a lot of coin. Someone ought to pick it up.
All right, I'm on my way. Get into position. Ooh, I don't feel so good. Just need a moment to catch my breath.
Let's find somewhere more private to speak.
Why is your mysterious patron interested in Sage Vornet anyway?
I never got the chance to ask. Lord Ivery was murdered during a burglary.
That's terrible. And ironic. The papers were sitting in a guild library for ages.
Rosen will find a place for them in our repository.
This barrel's surprisingly spacious. I know how many people are hiding in this barrel. I kind of wish there were instances, because before I totally got caught because, hey, let's run up and just attack everything, right? That's great. And I'm like, oh my god. And also tan. Oh, tan. Why? It's okay.
Did you find out what you needed to know? Then head into the guild hall. I couldn't quite make out what they were saying from here. Did they mention anything about the research notes we're supposed to steal? Ah, Rosen is Guyard's assistant. She'll be downstairs in the restricted part of the guild hall. There probably won't be many people around. I once went down there with an initiate and, well, never mind. Head down to the guild repository and lift the research notes from Rosen. Try not to get caught, but I'll do what I can to provide some cover if you need it. I'll be waiting out front when you're done. Get moving, friend. I doubt Rosen's going to carry those research notes around for very long before she locks them away. I'll be nearby, but this part is your job, not mine. Show me what you can do.
Finest quality merchandise. Bringing a book for travel is well worth the pack space. Shame they're so heavy.
Why is she out in the open? Oh my god.
You'd steal from me?
You'll answer
Away
to the
with
guards
you.
for that. You can't do that. It's against the law.
90% in failure. Okay, yeah, sounds like it. Unbelievable.
If I lose any more, I'll be out on the street.
I can't wait to take a load off at the inn.
You're back. Are we done here? No cries of outrage, no angry guards. Things must have gone well. I'd say you have a promising future in property redistribution. So what do we have there? No clue what this arcane dissertation is supposed to tell us about Quen's book, but I'm sure we'll find out soon enough. Anyway, looks like we got what we came for. I admit, I wasn't sure about you. Nice work. That won't be necessary. Just remember that it can be tricky working in public spaces like this. All it takes is one barking dog or sharp-eyed passerby, and suddenly the whole town is on you. So, what's next for you? Good. I may be skeptical about this heist for a legendary vault that Quen thinks will bring us all together, but I'm willing to see how things play out. Anyway, you should head back to the Thieves' Den and let her know how you did. I'm on my way back to the Thieves' Den. I want to get these notes to Quen and see just what kind of miraculous ancient treasure she thinks they'll point us to. Look, our gangs are too small to stand up to the Coldane cartel individually, so Basil convinced us there was safety in numbers, calling in Quen and proposing to form a Thieves Guild. As your very question suggests, none of us see eye to eye. Celine is a noble. She doesn't need to steal. This is all just an amusement to her. She never had to sneak an apple from a cart or bread from a basket to curb her hunger. I like Celine. I admire her father. But they should leave the thieving to us. That's simple. I don't trust her. Abrasia boasts about living free, but she's a bloody-handed robber with a short attention span. The moment she gets bored, someone gets hurt. I'll work with her if I must, but I won't turn my back on her. Not ever. Obviously, we're trying to work together, but it will never last. How can it? The Street Hawks and the Road Sworn are too different, and House Minot treats our livelihood as a game. Quen's intentions may be good, but trust needs to be earned. The same way 100 other orphans in the streets did, I suppose. I was hungry and needed something to eat. Still, I guess something my parents taught me before the flu took them stuck. Because I always felt bad about stealing stuff. Whenever I could, I tried to balance the scales. Do a small favor for someone if I couldn't pay. Sweep up at closing or keep the other street rats away. It taught me the value of making friends. I teach my Street Hawks to do the same. Good boy, Carso. Good boy. Now run home and stay out of trouble.
Halt! You left witnesses. Amateur mistake. And it's gonna cost. You get out of this one for free, but next time, it'll cost you.
Where the hell is that guy hiding? God dang it. Let's go.
The Coldane cartel is a problem. We need to hit them first.
I'm not going to get Street Hawks killed because you want to fight.
Troublemakers ready to cause
You're a step ahead
trouble.
of Coldane. Why engage when we can just let him chase us?
And hope the cartel goes away? That's as useless as fighting.
Quarreling is getting us nowhere. You... Ah, our friend's back. I need a word, partner.
This constant bickering grows wearisome. Who cares if the cartel also seeks the Nowhere Vault? Thanks to you, Quen, and my father, we're ahead of them, and that's what counts. Speak with Quen. I'm eager to proceed with the next stage of the heist.
Pay the gang leaders no mind. They carry on like this all the time. Now, go tell Quen how things went at the Bank of Daggerfall. I'm sure she would appreciate your perspective on what happened there.
I can deal with complications. Every job's got some. But not if I'm chained to every bad decision Abrasia and Celine inflict on me. Quen better share a plan with us for sorting things out, and soon.
We're at war with the cartel, whether my so-called allies believe it or not. Talk to Quen and wrap this up so we can figure out what to do about Coldain and his unrelenting desire to rule over the Daggerfall underworld.
The gang leaders agree. You're a promising thief, partner. Still rough around the edges, perhaps, but keep improving, and I think you'll become a rogue they spin tales about. Now, I want to know what you think. How did the tasks go today?
Well, the barrel was a lot bigger than I thought it was, and it had a lot of people in it, and it's not an instant, so I got caught a few times. And then the parts where it was an instance, I got a 90% chance to pickpocket and somehow failed that. So I'm doing great! Thank you for asking.
Celine was very proud of what happened at the bank. I have an idea about that key, but what you and Abrasia uncovered at Illisan Tower, we need to talk to that Lion Guard prisoner. What about the research from the Mages Guild? It will take some time for me to go over the notes with Basil. He's the closest thing we have to an expert on Librarian Henard and Sage Vornet. Hopefully, though, what we need is in that research. Basil says that everything he's ever heard or read about the Nowhere Vault is that it requires special keys to open. Nowhere keys. I think this may be one of them. Hopefully, the Codex can tell us more. Now, one more thing, but we can't talk here. Let's step outside for a moment so we can speak privately, partner. The next chamber should do. We'll continue this there.
This constant bickering grows wearisome.
We're at war with the cartel.
There you are. We made progress with the puzzles we set out to solve, and that's good. But I also wanted you to meet Celine, Abrasia, and Edwayne. To work with them and get a sense of who they are. So let's not overlook the most important task you accomplished today. You got the 3 gang leaders to work toward a common goal. And better yet, I think you made real progress in winning their trust. Thanks to you, we're finally on the path to forging the Daggerfall Thieves Guild. Here, you earned this. It's going well so far, but I'm worried about the Coldain cartel. Not content to just take control of Glenumbra's underworld, they're also after our prize. Now that our gang leaders finally seem interested in the Nowhere Vault, we need a new plan. It's clear we need more information about Librarian Henard and his research into the Codex. I also think we should speak with his cartel prisoner, Cogwyn. So let's see what Celine, Abrasia, and Edwayne suggest. Call it a test. We won't be here to aid them forever. Time to see if our leaders can put aside their rivalries and start acting like a guild. If we can show Glenumbra's thieves what they can accomplish when they work together, the sky's the limit. Can you help me? The 3 gang leaders are in the map room, arguing again. Join the discussion and see if you can get them to agree on whether we should pursue the Librarian or the captured cartel thug next. And take Librarian Henard's research. You may need it. You're missing the point. It doesn't matter what I think. We need to see if the 3 gang leaders can figure out a strategy on their own. Stop arguing long enough to actually agree on something, perhaps. If they can't, there won't be a guild. Me? No, this is going to be a Thieves Guild for Daggerfall. It needs one of them to step up and lead it. Let's help them learn to get along first, and maybe keep them from getting crushed by the Coldain cartel. Then we figure out the rest. Beyond what you saw? For one thing, the Codex Vornet must have been in Henard's collection for quite some time. He studied it extensively, so obviously he didn't have trouble reading it. I wonder if he's the one who encrypted the book. Henard's notes touch on the Nowhere Vault in several places. I came across references to wondrous relics, mystical artifacts, and lore lost to the ages. Nothing I recognized, but then again, Vornet lived a very long time ago. If you need a reminder, sure. The Thieves Guild in Abar's Landing sent me at Basil's request to help Glenumbra's thieves get organized. The Coldane cartel threatens everyone, but the gangs I hope to build into a guild barely get along. Exactly. A prize to bring our rival gang leaders together. The Codex Vornet is said to hold the secret of the Nowhere Vault, so we stole it from Iveri Estate. But the cartel is after the Codex too, and it turns out it's magically encrypted. Right. We divided our efforts. You helped Edwayne retrieve research from the Mages Guild, Abrasia get into Illison Tower to investigate the cartel, and Celine acquire a Nowhere key from the bank. Of course, you took the lead in each job.
Sorry, I have to take a phone call. I'm going to stop the stream for a moment and then just restart it in a bit. Thank you.